Hey Streets, let me tell you about this cool app that we've been using to help us along our podcast journey. So it's called Anchor and it's just really cool. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And also, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so you don't have to worry about that part. You'll be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms, and Anchor will do it all for you. Also, you can make money from your podcast, and everything you need to make a podcast is all in one place. It's awesome. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. We'll see you there. Welcome to Chapter 30. I'm MissKay.
And I'm QueenTee.
This is a place for those women
and men
who feel that they have no one to talk to.
We're here. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy the show. Hey Streets, QueenTee.
And MissKay.
And we about to put you on.
Yes, it's that time again. You want to go first, QueenTee?
Sure, I'll go first.
All right.
So lately, when we do our Let Us Put You On, we've been doing like a little theme. And today, my theme is going to be gospel music.
Oh, nice.
Yes, because I'm just do a little tiny background, just a little bit, so the streets know, like, that gospel music is my first love. I listen to all types of different music, but gospel is like my roots, you know. Grew up in the church and singing choirs and all that. So, yeah. So my first song is going to be, it's called And You Don't Stop by group. Have you heard of them before?
No. And you said And He Don't Stop?
And You Don't Stop.
And You Don't Stop? Okay. No, I've heard of them before.
They are a group of siblings. There's 4 of them, 2 girls and 2 guys.
Ooh.
Ranging from the ages of, I don't want to lie, I think it's 21 and 29, 21 through 29. They're just like young and refreshing and just super, super, super talented. You know the guys that I love on YouTube, Terrell. They were on his show, and I was like geeking. It was crazy.
Nice.
Okay, so let me get into the lyrics. So this is I think this is the beginning of the song. So it goes, when my way gets a little cloudy and my nights get a little rough and lonely, no matter what's going on, you give me peace. You comfort me. You make it better. Your love never leaves and it don't stop. And a little bit of the chorus goes, and you never change. You stay the same. Lord, you do it for me.
Wow. I'll be playing that tomorrow morning.
Girl,
that's beautiful.
Yes, that song is just like everything to me. The lyrics don't do it justice. Like the lyrics are really good, but like, you know, when you hear it with the background music and the harmonies and everything, it's just like, it gives me chills every single time I listen to it.
Oh, I love that feeling.
Yes.
And I love siblings that can sing, like the Jacksons, the DeBarges. Like, I just love siblings that can sing because it's just like, it was meant to be. Like, God was like, y'all about to be singing. Like, when you get a bunch of, or a group of siblings that sing together, it's just amazing, that chemistry.
Girl, have you ever heard of the Clark sisters?
Yes!
Oh, my
girl.
Goodness. Like,
girl.
You about to get me started. I knew you was about to bring up the Jacksons. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Jacksons. But the Clark sisters, just sticking to like the gospel theme, like Clark sisters and freaking Twinkie is my baby. Like, I love her so much. Yeah. I know everybody loves Karen, but Twinkie, I need to meet them one day.
They're so talented.
Yes, like super talented. And actually, I'm following the Walls group on Instagram, and just recently they posted a video of them singing for the Clark sisters.
Wow.
Yes, and they were like, I think it was Karen and Twinkie in the video, and they were super just like excited to hear them sing. And then Dorinda got up and like hit one of them, like, just in a joking way, but just to show you, if the Clark sisters are going crazy over your singing, that says a lot.
That's the ultimate nod right there. Like that's what's up.
For real. All right, so give me one of yours, MissKay. I'm excited.
Okay, so I also have a theme too. I chose two timeless songs by like two of my favorite artists. Like they're two gentlemen who are both gone too soon. Their music and like their style is just really versatile. Like it's just versatile. Like once I name them, you'll know exactly why I chose that word. So my first song is Tupac, Keep Your Head Up.
Oh my God. Correct. Sorry. Let me shut up.
I know.
Oh my God.
So like, first of all, he shouts my name out in the song.
Yes, he does.
So like, come on, like a little girl named Correct, like what? Like come on, like come on, Tupac. Like this song, when I say timeless, you could play this song right now and it'll still apply to like society and just the way of the world. Like, and even back then, like it's just timeless. Like people don't make songs like that all the time. Like, So I don't know. This song is just amazing. Like it's a song I'll put on like just when I'm like in a mood. I want to like, I don't know. It's like uplifting, real, reflective, sad. Like it's everything at once. And I love this song. So I'm just going to share one of my favorite parts from this song. And here we go. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if he can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Because, sister, you don't need him. And I ain't trying to gas you up. I just call him how I see him. You know, it makes me unhappy when brothers make babies and leave a young mother to be a pappy. And since we all came from a woman, got our name from a woman, and our game from a woman, I wonder why we take from our woman, why we rape our woman. Do we hate our woman? I think it's time to kill for our woman. It's time to heal our woman. Be real
to our woman.
Like what? That whole woman part? Like
sorry, were you finished? Because I was rapping.
That was the part. And I stumbled through it. But like what?
And I
love him because he could say that, and then the next song he's like, "Yo, first off, fuck your click, like, fuck your bitch and click your claim." Like what? Like, and I'm just here for all of it. So, yes. That was one of my songs.
We can't just brush by Tupac.
I know.
Like, you know how we both feel about him.
I know.
And I'm just so happy that you chose him as one of your Let Us Put You Ons, because I freaking not just even he don't even have to do music, just him as a person.
No, I know. Mm-hmm.
Just like you watch his interviews and watch him talk. And I got to bring the Zodiac in there. Like, he is just a true Gemini. Like you said, he can go from that saying those words to like being on the exact opposite. Like, F this, F that. Like, and it's cool. I'm gonna take it. Like, that's Tupac.
Yeah.
He's so just real in himself.
Exactly.
And I love everything about him. I'm so happy you brought that up, because I'm gonna listen to that song right after.
That song, like.
Oh, okay. All right. So my next song. Were you done? I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. But I had a little side note. We
go ahead.
Share our magic moment. I know we didn't like discuss it beforehand, but we got to discuss it with the street.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So my next song is called Love. Oh. And this is by God's Property, which is Kirk Franklin's old group. But this song is the lyrics in this song, the accompaniment, the harmonies, it's just a beautiful song. And I'm gonna read the part that says, "The nights that I've cried, you loved me. When I could have died, you loved me. I'll never know why you loved me. It's a mystery to me. Now I'm glad to see Jesus. When all hope was gone, you loved me. You gave me a song that you love me. Now I can go on because you love me.
Wow.
It's a mystery to me. Now I'm glad to see Jesus. And then I just gotta say this one part. Oh no, I was about to say the same thing over again. So that's it.
That's beautiful, with or without the lyrics. Like, that's beautiful. Like,
Yes, this song is so poetic.
It's called Love.
It's called Love. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be listening to that tomorrow too. I cannot wait to play our playlist tomorrow. Like, this playlist is popping. Like, it's just so good.
Girl, I'll be going to bed to the playlist. Like, I'll be like, let me put on the Chapter 30 playlist.
It's good.
It's so good.
Really?
Or even when I'm at work, I pop in my headphones and I'm like, yep.
It's crazy. It goes so well together. It's like our podcast. Like, it's different, but it flows, it blends. And we don't purposely like, okay, you pick this, I'll pick that. Let's do rap. Let's do, like, we legit just pick something off the fly. Like, like randomly. Like,
exactly. And I always talk about music moods. And okay, so like earlier today, you guys know that I'm from New York, and I was just really in like a New York hip hop type of vibe, like Kiss and Dave East and artists like that. And that was just like the mood that I was in.
Right.
And surprisingly for our let us put you on today, I didn't do New York hip hop because I was just feeling like a gospel vibe, and that was only like a few hours ago.
Right.
But I like how the playlist has all of those moods. Because sometimes when you have a playlist, it's one playlist for one mood.
Right.
But it's going to take you through a roller coaster ride, and I like that.
That's our podcast.
Exactly.
And I like that we have our guests, give, their song. Like, it's just great. It's just so well-rounded.
Absolutely. What's your next one? I'm excited because you got me excited from the first.
This your boy too. I know he your boy.
Hey.
He's timeless as well. He's another one. You got to tell me what his sign is because I don't recall. But he go.
I might not know.
He go from 0 to 100. One day he got you dancing. One day he got you crying. One day you getting it on. I mean, no other than Marvin Gaye.
Oh. You do something to me.
So, Inner City Blues, one of my favorite songs.
Oh my God.
Like, keep your head up. It's timeless. You can play it right now, and it fits to what we're going through now, what this world is going through right now. But I love this song. I'm not gonna lie. I play this song like on my days where I'm just like, this world, and you make money to spend money to lose money to like just the ups and downs. Like I'll play this song when I just need to, holla, makes you want to holla, So, I'm just going to go to I'll do second verse and chorus. So, I love Marvin Gaye. I was about to give a whole lecture on the What's Going On album and the war.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna just say this. So he said, inflation, no chance to increase finance, bills pile up, sky high, send that boy off to die. So just to talk about that, he was, singing a song during a time with war and obviously inflation, just certain things, but it applies now. So the chorus, make me want to holla, the way they do my life, make me want to holla, the way they do my life. And then I'm just gonna kind of skip. He says like, this ain't living. And then he also says the outro, mother, everybody thinks we're wrong. Who are they to judge us simply because we wear our hair long? So he's just talking about the times and I can't even really go there because it's just too much, but play this song. Like these words are very simple, but I mean, it's the music and it's him, like the way he sings that, the way he like, this man and his voice, like Marvin Gaye is magic. Like, love him. And me reading those words, it didn't know justice. So go play it, whether you play it on our playlist or your own, like check that song out and you're gonna be moved.
Oh, okay. So to answer your question, he's an Aries.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yes, which is surprising to me. But there was a video that I came across on YouTube. Marvin Gaye is in a jam session, like
laying down.
Laying down.
I know,
Laying
girl.
TF down.
Girl.
And I'm like, just sounding so effortless, like, so his voice is already smooth, like his voice is just like butter. But like for him to be just laying down, relaxing, chilling, and like when you said magic, that's exactly what I thought of, because I'm like, how are you doing that?
Did you see his facial expression?
Yes. Like Marvin, I just can't.
We gotta put that on our page.
Huh?
We gotta post that clip on our page.
Yes, please, 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 because
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's one of my. I love to, like, I can watch that probably once a day, just to get into my feels. Because
I used to watch it once a day.
Yes, not even his face. Did you see the faces of the band?
I gotta check them out. I was too.
Yes, because even they're like, oh my god, like he's doing this, like
who does that? Like who does that?
Exactly.
Did you ever watch like his interviews? He like chews gum. Like I don't know his swag. Oh my god.
Yo, Marvin.
Like he's just like yo. Man.
Let me find a 2019 version of Marvin. Like, girl, stop it.
It ain't Monday, but Man Crush Monday. Like that man is fine.
Girl.
Oh my
Marvin.
gosh. Look, we also had a magic moment. One day you were playing or you posted oh my gosh, what song was it? And I was like, hold on. Got to Give It Up.
Oh.
And I was like Rihanna face. That mean faces. Like, what? He said I used to go out to parties and stand around because I was too nervous to really get down. Like, what? Y'all better stop sleeping on Marvin Gaye. That man is magic.
Like I'm just gonna keep saying his name, so I'm just gonna shut up because I don't know what else to say.
And you know what song is like so overrated?
Which one?
But it's like it needs to be overrated. Like commercials, like everybody just plays it. Let's Get It On. But that song is so dope. Like when you listen to it, turn it up loud, like I always say, and you just really listen to it. Like it's so dope. But you know how those songs, like because the radio, TV, movies, everybody plays it so much. You're like, this song again. But no, that song, Sexual Healing. Like man.
I agree. I feel like it kind of got like, this is a bad word to use for it, but for lack of a better word, desensitized. Yeah, because it's become so commercial and they're using it on movies and commercials, like you said. But like, just if you just listen to it without watching anything, or you know what I mean, if it's a commercial for like bread, right, it's kind of hard to like really think about it. But that's all. I mean, all of his songs, just his voice.
Like
he had something to say.
He did. He was very smart, and but I like that you mentioned that, like how music, like we can get desensitized from it, because like when you have hits, of course, who am I going to bring up? Michael Jackson or even Toni Braxton. Guys, I love Toni Braxton. She's like my favorite singer, one of them, and I obviously love Michael Jackson. I told you guys I love Anita Baker. I could sit here for days, but these are like my core favorite artists, and they have hits that sometimes you're like, oh my gosh. But what I do, like what I always tell people, like, yo, sometimes you gotta really listen to a song and like tune off like society, tune off like, you know, that is always on the radio, and really listen to it like you were in the studio when they were making it, kind of thing. And feeling feels amazing because you get to listen to it with fresh ears, and it's just like, damn, this is a good song.
Especially those older songs. I'm glad you brought up like listening to it in the studio, because normally with those older songs, it's a live band. Like it's not a machine making this music. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole group of people. You know what? I'm not going to do another one, but
why not?
It's your show.
Do it.
No, I'm just going to bring him up because I was in this music mood the other day, and one of my coworkers was just looking at me like I was crazy. But I was in a Ray Charles music mood.
Ooh.
And
Ooh. Man.
Ray Charles, like, okay. So I thought about him, guys, because this is how my mind worked. MissKay said studio, and I was thinking, okay, I was imagining them back then in the studio, and I saw like, the drummers and the bassists and the guitarists just all being in the studio at one time making this music, and how that's a magic moment right there when they used to do their jam sessions. And then it made me think about Ray Charles, because Homeboy used to do like every single part himself. Like, he would record the soprano, alto, and tenor part. And then he'd be playing the piano and everything. But I brought him up because listen to what's a good song? Maybe Nighttime Is the Right Time. His voice is
wow.
He was doing things back then with his voice that wasn't being done back then. Basically, like riffs and runs and stuff. Like sometimes I'll listen to it now and I'll be like, oh wait, hold on, right?
Wow.
He's okay. You just got me started,
girl. This is
with the Marvin Gaye, like, cause blues and like soulful music. I'm not going to bring up our girl, but that's
our baby. That's my
baby. That's my bag right there.
Woo. Wow. So you just reminded me of a magic moment in the studio as well. So I'll kind of bring it up because it kind of ties into our like bonus song that we're gonna bring up. Picture that floats around a lot. It's of a young Michael. It's of a young Michael Jackson, and he's in the studio with Stevie Wonder. So like, before he's an entertainer, before he's the king of pop, he's a student, and he was that until he died. And like, just like, guys, I love Michael Jackson. Like, I love to study him. I just love him. It's kind of weird, but he like is such a student, and he would soak up stuff. Like back in the day when he was a little boy, his mom would tell him like, Michael, come to the TV. Like, James Brown is on. And like, there wasn't a computer back then, there wasn't internet. So when it was on TV, it was on TV. You better go see it. You better hope they got a good shot of it. That's it. There's no replay. He would run and he would go see it and study it, and he would emulate it and turn it into his own. And hence he has so many legends, and there's so many greats that are within him that the explosion that is Michael Jackson. So, and he's a student. He's humble about it. And there's so many artists who feel like they were just born and they just boom, they're just them, but they don't talk about the inspiration. In music, you're gonna be inspired, and that's okay. You can't just be a singer and just, I do my own thing. No, there's no such thing.
Right.
The magic moment in the studio was again with him and Stevie Wonder. You got Stevie Wonder, like, doing his magic. He's a whole nother legend. I'm not going to go there. And Michael's just like looking. He in tune. He's probably about 11, 12 years old, maybe 13, like a young teen. And he's just looking. And it's just a picture, but like, I just know the wheels were spinning in his head, and he's soaking it up.
Right.
He would hang around the greats, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie. He would hang around the greats, Quincy Jones, Motown, all their greats and more, and just soak everything up and put his own twist to it. And and I just think that's amazing. So I brought that example up because it leads us to our song. One day, me and QueenTee, we were in the car, and on the radio, all of a sudden, what came on, QueenTee?
Girl. We were in the car, and my song, and unknowingly at the time, I mean, I should have known this was her song too, but like, we just had a moment because Human Nature came on. And when I tell you that's I love Michael Jackson. I'm not going to say I'm on MissKay level, but I love Michael Jackson as well. And Human Nature is my ish.
It's magic again. Like, I don't even know the word for it. Like, I listen to it every day, and Tanisha, every time I play that song, I get goosebumps. And that song is like, how old? Like, how old is Human Nature? Like, I get goosebumps. Like, I want to cry. Like, that's every time I play it, and I play it multiple. It's the beat. It's the feel.
Like that song is the meaning. So that song came on and T just turns it up, and I like dead like we gotta post that Rihanna picture because it's getting mentioned so much.
Yes.
I turned and looked at her like, because she didn't turn it off, she didn't turn it down, she didn't keep it where it was at, she turned it up, and like that's both our song unknowingly. So it was just like I fell in love with her a little bit more.
Absolutely. Like, okay, so we gotta explain to them what a magic moment is.
Yes. And it came out in 1983, before I forget. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my God, before we were even born. That's we are music heads. Like. So, a magic moment, me and MissKay had a whole conversation. Let me just tell them this.
Mm-hmm.
A whole conversation. We were in our bag talking about music the other day. And oh no, we were in our bag because she brought up the fact that she slept on me with a few artists that we brought up on our previous let us put you on. So we were just laughing about that or whatever. It's pretty funny. But I brought up the fact that there was another friend that I had that she was a music head, but um she didn't really listen to the I liked her artist that she liked, but it wasn't really the type of music that I could always listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I kind of had to be in the mood to listen to it, or if I heard it on the radio or whatever, I would sing along like I knew the words and stuff, but it didn't make me feel away. It didn't like light a fire under me.
Mm.
So we were just talking about like just magic. Like I didn't have that magic moment with her
Mm-hmm.
because the music was just like it wasn't there for me. And we were just talking about when you have these moments with people, it just makes you connect. It's great. Wow, now that I think about it, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like just think about somebody writing a song, putting a song together in 1983. And then I'm gonna just make up a year and say 2016.
Mm-hmm.
It comes on the radio, and then one person turns it up, and then the next person, that's their shit, and they're looking like that's your shit too. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's that lasting impression that music can have, and just how it can make people feel and connect people with one another.
Yes,
Is crazy.
it is. Wow.
I can't.
Wow.
I can't. That is inspirational because you just never know. Like, and it doesn't have to be music. It could be whatever your. I feel like I'm going into a word right now, but
Go.
whatever your passion is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you never know whether it's writing, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's music, dancing, talking like we're doing right now, um, film, photography, whatever it is, you never know how that is going to affect somebody.
Right. Like, two people could be talking about art and realize they both love the same, like painting, and just go into a whole deeper connection because of that artist and the painting, and it just feels amazing. Like your heart just feels so crazy. Like that's so true. The connection that art and passion can provide.
Art, yes, yeah. I think it's the mixture of both art and passion.
Right.
Is that's a beautiful thing. Just to be able to have an effect on the way somebody feels is powerful.
Right. And a lot of these artists are dead. Ray Charles, Michael Jackson. Like a lot of these people are not here anymore, but their music lives on, and that's amazing. Like here we are talking about it. Like it can make you cry. It can make you feel not alone. It can just make you fall in love. It's just music is amazing. Like imagine a life without music. Like music is like
Oh my
that's our
gosh.
thing. Like we love it.
My biggest fear in life,
Mm-hmm.
my confession, my biggest fear in life is to lose my hearing.
Wow. Wow.
That is my like legit biggest fear. If I could not listen to music anymore,
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that I would be okay. I don't want to build a catastrophe. I don't want to manifest this into my life. I will be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I know initially, like to begin with, I would lose it.
Right.
I would lose it because music has it has gotten me through so much. Like just knowing that there's somebody else out there that feels the same way that you do and can put it into words
Right.
is crazy. and the feelings that it can make you have. Like, you can listen to a song and it can uplift you, you know, it can make you feel more positive.
Yeah.
Or you can listen to a sad song and it can just bring you to a place that, I'm not going to say it makes you sad because I don't want to speak negatively,
Mm-hmm.
but it can bring you to a place of feeling.
Right.
And it's just like a human, it just makes you feel connected in a human way.
It does. So I have a confession too then.
Okay.
What you just said just reminded me of like a powerful music moment that I shared with one of my favorite singers. So when I was young, a lot of you guys don't know this, but I lost my first love. Like, he passed away. So Tony Braxton, again, this is a cliche song, but again, listen to this song with fresh ears. Break My Heart. So the video, I love the song. And mind you, like, when I say I love Tony Braxton, it's not just the songs that come on the radio. Like, I have every album I love her. But this song comforted me along with another song, but I'm gonna just begun this song in terms of her. And so she has a scene where she's in the shower and she's just crying. And like, because her boyfriend died in the video, he was like in a motorcycle accident. Crying, just how she was like. So mind you, I'm real young. I lose my, my love, and I didn't know how to deal with these emotions. I didn't go to therapy. Like, of course, I talked to my friends about it, but no one had went through that yet. I was
right,
and I didn't talk to my family about it. I just honestly, like, music broke my heart. Like, I had a moment where I was in the shower and I was just crying, and I just I had this weird connection with that moment in her video, and I'm like, I was just so down. Like, I mean, that song, like, she's like, time is so unkind, just like, she's just like, say you love me again. I mean, if you've ever lost someone, those lyrics, man, even if it's just someone that, like, not someone that, even if it's like a family member, or, not someone you were in a relationship with, but like, a family member, you can relate, because she's just like, uncried these tears, like, I've cried so many nights, like life is so cruel without you here beside me. I mean, we can all relate to that. So
oh my God,
girl, like, that's what I had. I'm like, okay, Tony Braxton went through this, like, somebody is feeling exactly how I feel. I don't have to explain it because the lyrics already says she knows it.
Right.
The moment in the shower, I had that moment. It wasn't me trying to have that moment. No, like, I legit had that moment. Like, it was just real. And that song just saved me because I was young. I didn't know how to deal with those emotions.
Wow.
It was just like, okay, like, I don't know. I can't explain it. Like, my life, I feel like I have I have a soundtrack to my life where I was broken and I was healed and I was rebuilt. And like, after that song, guess what? I moved to another song where, I'm putting my pieces together, and like, man, I could be here all day just explaining like the soundtracks to my life. And like, it's not me trying to, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, no, like, I was just living life, and thank God I had these songs to help me make sense of it, because sometimes when you're a young woman, you just go through these things alone and you can't really understand it. But me, I always, like, I love to read. So I was always reading. I was like always listening to music. So I always had art in a way to kind of like, oh, okay, like, that was, sadly, like, that was my way of like relating and, growing. So there's that.
Wow. I've got goosebumps.
Hey, I was in the shower crying just like her. And like, again, not trying to be cute, not trying to be Tony Braxton, but it was just like, not even trying to relive that moment. Like, who wants to live that moment? But it was just
right.
And it just was like, okay, it was a connection, and whew, girl, I went through it, but music saved my life.
Wow.
Like, if I didn't have music, like, and, I didn't go to a therapist, I wasn't talking to anyone that else went through it. We were like, who would have been there for me like that?
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for listening.
No, somebody's going to feel that, like, 100%.
I feel like we have a confession every episode now.
Right, like it's like streets. We just want you to know us.
Yes.
And like that's why it's so important for people to just be themselves.
I know.
Because you never know who's watching and you don't know what people are taking from that. Like literally, I'm thinking Tony writing that song, she was just being herself.
Right.
Like she was just emitting what she was feeling in that time and place. And she don't know how that affected you. And that's crazy to even, like, I'm pretty sure if you would have told her that story, she probably would be like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure she probably has heard that from other people.
Exactly.
But that's why it's so important to just be yourself and live in whatever it is that your passion is. Because look how MissKay just said this song got her through one of the hardest, toughest times in her life. That's powerful.
It did.
That's crazy. God don't give these gifts to people for no reason. He don't give your gift to you for no reason. Like it's literally, and it don't belong to you.
Oh,
I'ma stop.
No. I'm like, keep it going. No, for real. Like, again, what you just said, like, you never know what your word is doing to somebody. Like, don't ever scale back because God, it's yours. God put that on your heart for somebody else, or God put that on your heart for you to share that with somebody else. It's for a reason. Like, don't ever stop, because there's somebody listening right now. Like, no, keep going. I need this. Like, again, like, you know, we're not famous yet, but I feel like what we're doing, what we're sharing, like, and it's never planned. It's never like, okay, I'm gonna talk about the shower scene. T gonna talk about being scared of lose her hearing. And I'm gonna bring up church and I'm gonna bring up Tupac. No, like it legit be like T legit hit me up like an hour ago. Like, hey, you want? It's just like, okay, like some podcast people, they plan out their episodes, they have everything planned out, and that's great, that's amazing. But I'm gonna be like honest, like I keep saying, like we legit freestyle every episode,
every single, even with our guests.
It works for us. I'm not gonna say we'll never have an episode that we plan down to the T. No, and I'm not saying we've never had notes. Like I had like 2 notes, which actually made me stumble and cut like 10 times. So, like, we have our little notes. We may put a little word just to remember, but like, I think how we are, like, it's just, this works for us right now.
Absolutely, and it's because it's our gift.
Right. Wait, did I even finish what I was gonna say? Oh, like us sharing stuff. So yes, girl, just like, no, we gotta let it out because it's for a reason.
I have to stop doing that, and honestly, I don't know why I do that. I just be feeling like, I don't know why. I feel like I'm going too deep.
No.
But that's where I have to go, and I know that. Like I know that's where I'm gonna meet somebody. You know what I mean? I'm gonna meet somebody where they're at in that place. And some, like, I don't know, some just be like, nope, scale back a little bit.
No.
And I just gotta keep going. Cause like I said, it's not mine. Like it's not mine to control, it's not mine to possess. Like, and what I'm talking about right now are my words, streets, if you don't know. Like, I'm gonna say another confession. Sometimes, like, MissKay knows this. Sometimes I have to re-listen to these episodes because I don't know what I said. Like I could literally say something right now and forget it. And it's not the fact that I'm forgetting what I'm saying. It's just that what I'm saying is not for me. You know what I mean? Or I'm being used. Like it's not me saying it. And this is okay. So now I know why I'm scaling back. I'm scaling back right now because I don't want people to hear me and think I'm crazy or like not understanding what I'm saying. But somebody out there going to feel me. Like somebody going to know what I'm talking about. And that's cool. That's who I'm speaking to.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like that's why. Now I know, I have an understanding. I'm able to articulate it. That's why I scale back, because I feel like there's people out there who's not understanding what I'm saying, but I can't scale back for the people who do.
Exactly. If it's 3 people that was just following that, then you know what? That's what it was for. Don't ever scale back. Don't ever dim your light. Like, you're so special, and everybody don't have a T. So, but everybody has access to the Chapter 30 podcast. If you got internet, you got a phone or a computer, so at least they can get an hour of you. And you don't know what you're providing to that person. So don't ever. You're welcome, babes. And I have to admit, I think this is why we have this podcast, because I have those same moments where I say stuff, and again, we listen back, and it's like, oh, I said that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I told T about a moment I write, guys, and this was a moment about 10 years ago. I just shared this with T, where I was up late one night. I was working, and I went home, and I used to write all the time. Like, I would write on anything. I would write on a napkin. I would write on the back of a notebook. I would write anywhere. But I was home one night, and I was writing, and I dang near felt possessed, because I was like sleeping. I was like almost sleeping, but I was like typing, and not possessed in an evil or bad way, but just it was something was over me, and I was just writing. It was like just coming out, and like I was legit like dozing off. That's like my favorite writing moment. And when I woke up, guys, there were a lot of things to edit as far as like little typos and stuff, but I was like, whoa, I wrote this. And I mean, I did like 30 pages or so. If you're a writer, you know how that go. Like, some nights you knock out 2 pages, 7, sometimes 50.
Yeah.
But it was a good chunk of work, and it was just good. And it was just like, whoa. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, when I used to write, and even now when I read my old stuff, because I have books for days like saved. When I read my stuff, I'm like, yo, like, I read it, I'm interested. I forgot that
yes.
Like, yo. And like, I'm not even trying to like toot my own horn, but toot, like, I'd be like, yo.
Yes.
I'd be like, damn, you good. And this, you know what? It's okay. Like, we also have this conversation. It's okay to admit that you're good. We're in a society where it's always like, it's a thin line between being humble and being like arrogant. Like, confidence is somewhere in between there, but sometimes it's okay to say like, damn, I'm good, and I'm a good writer, and it's okay, and we're good at this podcasting thing, and you're a good writer, and you're a good speaker, and you're a good motivator. Sometimes it's okay to say those things. Like,
you love yourself, girl, or nobody will.
For real.
Like, and that includes your gift, that includes your talent, or whatever it is that you do. Like, there's nothing wrong with loving that, and loving that you do it, and loving your work. And side note, I can't wait for you to start publishing, because and all your friends tell you this. Like,
I know they do. All my friends, like, all my friends, like, Corinne, when are you gonna publish something? Because I've been writing, guys, since I like could write, since I could like form a word. Like, that's just me. But I've had the longest writer's block, but I got material for days that I could definitely go and just like kind of course you got to update, make it current to the time if it's like a piece that needs that. But I love writing. I love it. And I love reading my work. I'm at the point now where if nobody else read it, I'm happy I can read it because it's good. Toot.
Yo, that's how I feel about the podcast. Like, at first I was very leery of just listening back to it, because, I felt a way about my voice. Like, a lot of people just don't like to hear themselves talk.
Right.
And that was mainly it. I didn't want to listen back because I thought it was trash. Not at all. But actually, just this past week, I went on a binge and just listened to almost all of our episodes. And I would hit MissKay up like, yo, this episode is really good. Like,
you were all week. And I'm like, yeah, girl. Because I listen to them all the time.
Right.
My gosh. I love it.
Yes. And then it's so, even like what you were saying the other day when you went back and listened to Expectations, to get kind of more on the serious side. Not just to listen to be like, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
But these topics that we discuss are reoccurring and reoccurs in our lives. So MissKay told me the other day that she had to listen to the episode just to get a refresher on the stuff that we're talking about. And we tell you in the episodes that we're talking from experience. Like, and we're not talking down to anybody. We're not lecturing anybody.
No.
Like, we're literally going through the things that we're talking about. And we learn from ourselves. Sometimes I listen to MissKay and I'll be like, oh my God, that's a word. Like, let
Same.
me rewind that and listen to that again and really soak in what she's saying, because
Right.
it's gems.
Exactly. Because we're talking to each other and we hear it now and it's like, sheesh. But when you get to like, you know, when it's done and you kind of get to enjoy it and really like soak it in, it's different. Because, you know, when you're recording, it's a little bit different. You got to be on. You got to listen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like, because we're doing a freestyle,
Mm-hmm.
that adds another aspect. And because we're not in the same place with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have all of these things to consider. You have to consider what you're saying with the next, you have to anticipate when the next person's going to talk. Like, you know what I mean? So you don't have 100% focus to just listen.
Exactly.
So when you can take yourself out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and both MissKay and I listen, when we listen back to these episodes, we're listening as if we're part of the streets. Like, we're listening like as fans, and it'd be like that. I'll be like, yo, that was really good. Like,
For real. Like, I be sending you like quotes that you said, like, okay, like, yo, T, she's so intelligent. And like,
stop it.
no, I'm like not even trying to be funny. I'm like not even trying to like, I'm just saying what's on my heart. Like, you just like, you just have a really unique perspective and you should never scale back. Like, there are some people that God just, he put a little extra sprinkle.
Oh my God.
Or you got that. And it's just like, you better show the world because like, you know, it's like a diamond in the rough. Like, you have to like, you know, and I gotta ask my friend now, but I just want to also say, we also listen to our podcast and we find things that can be better. So it's not like we're just always listening to it like, yeah, we perfect, but like you said, we still in these streets. So I'm like, okay, there's plenty of things where I'm like, okay, I want to work on that. I
Yeah.
want to, you know, so we're real humble, but tonight, like, hey, why not like just, you know, say some good things about ourselves. It's okay.
Absolutely. That's I'm glad you did bring that up though, because that is true. Like, we're not always listening back to be like, oh, we the shit. Like, no,
Right.
sometimes we listen back and we hear something that one of us can improve on and we bring it up to the other, and then, you know, we work from there. So it's not just like our a toot toot. I mean, most of the time it is
It's
because toot
okay.
toot.
Right.
But when we do hear, you know, those little things that we can improve on, then of course we're gonna do it.
Of course.
That was a good point.
Right. Because I'm thinking now, look, disclaimer, I'm just like, oh, how's this coming off? But no, like, balance is key. Whatever you do, if you're a designer, if you're a rapper, if you're a baker, whatever you are, like, if you're good at it and you know it, it's okay to like be like, I'm good at it and I know it. And just go about your day. Like, it's a real thin line, like I said, between being humble and being arrogant. But that thin line is confidence, and you have to have that. And it's
Well, I think one of the most important things that you brought up to kind of help people with that is what you brought up earlier about Michael Jackson, about how he continued to be a student.
oh, the smile on my face. Yeah, he always was a student.
Exactly. And I think that is the key to the balance you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing wrong with um, being confident in what you do and your gift, your talent.
Uh-huh.
And in order to kind of balance that confidence, to remain humble, just continue to be a student. And I think that will help with that balance.
And you know what? That's so major. And I'm happy you brought that up again because Beyonce is that way.
Mm.
She's a student as well. And I think that's what separates her from a lot because, you know, she's the shit. Like, Beyonce could retire right now and she's done enough to be a legend, my opinion, because some people think that there was a whole debate. But she's pretty dope. But she's a student too. And if you watch her and you listen to her stuff, like, there's people that she studies. She loves Michael Jackson as well. But she gives her props to those who came before her. And I think as long as you do that and you keep learning and you just always try to, you know, take it up a step, like, you're good. Because there's so many singers who just, I can name them, but I'm not. There's so many singers who just feel like they're not inspired by nobody and they're not learning from nobody.
Mm.
Cannot, even us, like, we're new in the podcast game. We can't sit here and be like, yeah, we this shit, we perfect. Like, no, there are podcasts and, you know, people that we look at like, whoa, like, you know, their page layout is real nice, or their podcast is real dope. Check that out. Or, you know, like there's people that we're looking into, like, you know, who are in our field that we're like, you know, kind of looking up to, and we can learn from them. And you just always have to be open to learn and know that it's never just perfect. And no, like always be a student.
Yeah. I was just actually thinking about, and it's so funny because they worked together for years. I was just thinking about my twins. And if you don't know who my twins are, I'm talking about Lay twins. And I thought about them because they danced with Beyonce for years. But I'm thinking of in the dance world, I know a lot of people don't know them, but in the dance world, they are like freaking legends, you know? And just recently, actually, they came down to Atlanta and they did a workshop. And these are things that like they don't have to do, you know, like they don't have to really touch the people if they don't want to. And they're doing workshops in like intimate settings, dancing with the people and showing them. This is kind of the opposite of being a student, but it's still on under that umbrella of being humble. And for example, like right after that, they flew to Canada to record a TV show, and they were like in Men in Black, and they're going to be in the new Cats movie. Like they're doing all these things that are kind of like Hollywood and, you know, commercial, but this is what I'm talking about as far as having something to still ground you.
Right.
So like when they do those workshops, I feel like that kind of like balances out that confidence that they have in what they're doing in their dance and their film, because they still have a hand on the people. You know what I mean? Like they still are touching the people. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are in the industry that are in a bubble, and they really don't even know how the world works, really. They don't really know what's going on, or they're not in touch with reality because they have a bubble around them and they have all these yes men around them and stuff like that. So they're just really living their own world. So I feel like that's another key to, I guess, success, or like remaining humble throughout your success, is if I feel like we're talking like we're already like up there, but like maybe this is just a reminder for us there, you know, like one, have a hand on the people still, and two, remain a student.
Facts. That's amazing that you brought that up. Okay, this is my last time bringing him up, but I talked about how he was a student, but I'm going to mention how he kept his hand on the people, and I'm talking about people again. We all know Michael, like he's been famous since he was a child, and we all know the man, like it tormented him. It was too much, but he always wanted to go to the grocery store. Like he wanted to go, and he could never go. So sometimes he would get the grocery store emptied out and go just to have the experience. And then he'll get a store emptied out just to have the experience. And that was what made him, like, he lived for that kind of stuff. And he just wanted to walk down the street sometimes and meet a friend, not a friend because he was Michael Jackson, but because he was the person. And he would do that, and he would get the street shut down. The man walked out, he was walking down not Hollywood, wherever he lived at with his family. I can't recall right now, I'm tired, guys, but he's walking down the street from his home with his family in California. And when he lived in Havenhurst, wherever he lived, and he's walking down there, and he just wanted to have a normal experience. Shut the street down, all on the news. Michael Jackson's outside. Everyone comes and swarm, and that kind of stuff. He's just like, oh gosh. He will wear disguises and go out also just to get the experience. And he would just go out. His own family wouldn't recognize him. And then, but I guess there's something with his eyes that I guess if you're his family member, you know it's him. And his brother was like, Michael, like that's you. Like, so it's just to say, like, there's some people that are great and they go out their way to keep their hand on the people. So you mean to tell me that there's people who go out their way to not do that, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So it's just crazy. So that's a great point. This episode is all over the place, but it's good.
We came into this literally just wanting to do a Let Us Put You On segment that was going to be maybe about 20 minutes. And we just recorded a whole episode.
And I like it because it's just like, it's like the little things that don't really have a place. you know, as far as like a whole episode. It's like the little things.
This is the episode that I wanted
Mhm.
with music. Remember I said a music episode?
Oh yeah.
This is it. This is it. So I'm happy.
Wow. Music is amazing. Streets, keep letting us know your favorite song. Like, keep putting us on. Whew.
As always, Streets, thank you so much for listening. Send us some songs. I don't think anybody sent us some songs. We'll add it to our playlist. What you think, MissKay?
Yeah. First 3 people.
First 3 people send us a song. We're gonna add it to our playlist. Cool.
Yep, and let us know. Like, put us on. Give us a little backstory on the songs. Like, that's the great part. The story behind it sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for listening. You guys have a good night. We love you.
Good night, Streets. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, guys. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
And don't forget to follow all of our social media platforms linked below. And remember, peace, love, and perspective.